I should like first to introduce what is the CETIM. CETIM, I will say, is very easy for you to understand, is the equivalent of the Sirris in France. The only difference is we are a little more people. We are over 700 people, and we are steered by the government. And the technical committee is made with industrial manager. They give us the direction for the new technology. We have 100 million euros turnover, but what you have to understand is that 45 million euro are reserved for research and development. What are the different technology where we want to go for the period of 2010 to 2015? First thing, we want to develop as much we can all the virtual circle about design, simulation and test, and the correlation of those. We want to develop the approach, not the process, not the material, but the process and material approach, both together. As we develop a lot of mechatronics, and the fourth evolution we want to have is around the eco-conception, eco-design. We develop a lot of R&D, but the other goal of the CETIM is to transfer this technology to the small and medium enterprise. Even if we have a larger enterprise as customer, our focus are on small and medium business. We have a website. We do a lot of technical days. It's 2 hours or 3 hours presentation. We do international congress about clean mecha or fatigue design. Is international congress. They happens in June and October. We are present on different exhibits. Last month we were in industry. In October we will be on Midest, and on this exhibit we make a lot of technology conference, transfer technology. We have direct call. Any industry, every industrial can call the CETIM for getting answer about a technical problem. And all the operator transfer to the expert to get the answer. This is free for people connect to the CETIM, and we charge for this answer. But most of the time, we can have more than 30 calls per year, and that means a lot of transfer. We have paper publication, but also a lot of catalog. Main catalog are about training. We have more than 800 training sessions. We have a lot of publication. Since 20 years, a lot of our engineers make publication, conference, always summarized on our website or on the booklet. And the third booklet is about software. The portfolio of CETIM is over 40 different software made by the CETIM for small and medium industry for mechanical problems. So today, what we should like to speak is about costing. Costing is everywhere today, and more, because after the two last year, cost is very important. But what is cost? Cost is depend in which department you are in your company. It can be time, it can be cost, it can be price, and often when we are speaking about time, it's not real time, but it's delay. So when I will speak about time, it can be delay or time. Okay. What is a complex part? Complex part, a part can be complex by its own geometry, by its precision, by the detail, by its process, by the quantity of detail. We are speaking about part, but a part can be also an assembly. It can be complex also by the standards the parts must follow. And when we are speaking about cost, often the part is complex not by its geometry, but by this importance. This part is important for the subcontractors because it's an important market, because the quantity is enormous, because the contract is for a 5-year contract, and sometimes it's important because you have 1 day or 2 days to get your quotation. What is the technical cost? Technical cost is a price of a supply and the price of the manufacturing. And as you see, the supply cost is when you get the raw material, you must cut it, or when you get a forge or a cast, you must bring it, open it. You will begin to cut, to have the correct bar, and what you are doing with the loss part, do you integrate this loss in your cost, initial cost? After, for manufacturing, you have all the problem regarding the organization and method office. You have all the problem regarding the preparation. You have the problem regarding the machining, the cost of the machining, but also the cost of the tool. Often, you have to make a treatment, a special treatment. You have to paint. You have to clean the part. You have to wrap it. You have to transport it. All this price must be included in your technical cost. But a technical cost, and there is some problem in different companies. We are speaking about cost and price. The difference between must be the margin, but often there is indirect cost hidden in the price. Is all the cost from commercial or marketing, is all the cost regarding the machining, the occupation rate of machining, is also all the cost because we don't want or we don't know how to cut them, is all the cost from mounting, controlling, logistic. All these costs must be somewhere and we don't know exactly where to put them. And sometimes, in the final price, we have also a cost regarding the risk coverage. So, as I told you, many people now are involved in the costing. And this, we can see it here. Mostly in the design office, in the engineering, we will speak about cost. Cost, as I discussed during the lunch, with an objective of design to cost. When we design a part, we have an objective of cost, and we must take care of that. It's quite new. The other thing is objective for these people is to try to decrease the value by value engineering of the part or in the assembly. So in the design office, we speak more about cost. This, on manufacturing side, we will speak about time, because on the process, we are speaking with machine and mostly about time or delay. But As we switch, we can switch from one machine to the other. Time on one machine and cost on this machine is not the same cost or time on another machine. And here we will speak about process optimization, about working load, about data flow optimization, and best practice. Another service we take care about costing is the purchase or the procurement. Here, the most important thing about costing is to try to shorten the delay. To increase the precision and try to have the same quotation for the same part if it's another people, they do the quotation. And one new thing regarding the capability of the software we try to have in front of this problem is to give to the purchaser argument to validate the quotation he did. For the management, we come back on cost. Cost, because with such a tool, with the cost of a part, with the cost of a process, it will be able to take decision about delocalization, investment, or strategy for his company. We are speaking about cost. Cost is important in different services, but do we want really to automate the cost? The cost expert is a people like us. He has to analyze and try to consult different databases. He tries to optimize process, and just after this, maybe 15% of his time, he estimates time and cost. So 85% of his time is for just reflection. And here, one of the main remarks will be, as we want that the delay decrease, these people take a lot of risk, and more risk as soon as the delay is shortened. Donc the first reason really why we want to have a cost calculation or calculator is to go faster, more precise. But when we get such a software, the software will give you one solution. This solution is not obligatory, mandatory, the best one. So the calculator is not sufficient. We must have a cost calculator and also a cost simulator in order from the first solution to get the right solution at the end. After is an evidence, we want that for the same part to get the same price, to be able to simulate. We want to also, when we are a small company and we have a special process, not the normal one, but his own process to implement it. So we want to have an open software in order to customize it. And we want that this process, as we saw it during the day in the digital environment, to be inside of a CAD, costing, and ERP process, to be inside of this.